Hi, this is Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And it is Thursday, December 12th, and we have our regularly scheduled card making class tonight, which is the monthly class this time. We are going to be making 3 cards that are transitioning away from Christmas and moving into the new year and also winter, I guess. And we have winter. We have a frigidly cold going on right now, you guys. I bet a bunch of you have the same weather that we do. It was like 0, something like that. I can actually feel the cold drafting through the windows, and we like around the edges of the windows when they were framed out, we sprayed great foam insulation around the edges, and that helps. But I can still feel the draft coming through the windows. So I can understand why Kelly was wearing a hat and her big winter jacket this morning when she was live. So I looked over at her. I'm like, you got your hat on and your coat and everything. And she had a blanket on her lap. You guys, it was good. But hopefully you guys have not so cold weather by you. All right, there's Sarah Merchant. Hi, Linda. Hi, Julie. Hi, Susan and Sherry. Hi, Jean. Cold North Dakota, and Connie's cold and snowy Ohio. Hi, Melanie. She's probably warm and sunny in Arizona. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Hi, Pat Shebishoff. Greetings from Staten Island, New York, one of the places where the mysterious drones fly overhead nightly. Ooh, no one can figure it out. Size of small cars. Strange things are happening. Oh my. Okay. There are strange things happening. Hi, Mary Carls. Hi, Deb Norman. And Deb saw it on the news. It's crazy. Interesting. So we wonder what those are then. Hi, Randy. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Nedra Dover. Hi, Deanne Dawn and Sherry Ott. Yay. Hey, the gang's here. There's Debbie Gast. Hi, Diane. And Judy. And there's Mary. Hi, Carrie. Yay. From sunny Australia. I love it. Hi, Lisa. And she's in Australia as well. Good, good. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. There's Angelique and Donna. Hi, Cindy Runtree. There's Sherry Stewart. Hi, Jamie Kirkpatrick. All right, so you guys, what did we work on today? Diane was over. She has been under the weather, you guys, she finally started feeling better on Tuesday, but we were supposed to design on Tuesday, and we ended up working on other things instead. We are working on currently trying to get ready for the Winter Creative Escape. So we worked on that today. And the other thing that we're working on are Christmas cards. So I don't know if you can see it so much, but right there, that's the station that my mom's working. She was working at that today, that little area. Well, it's not that little, but she was working in that area. And it was probably a 5-step approach, I guess you'd have to say. First, about a month ago, and my Aunt Karen, Kelly's mom, worked on putting the address labels and this is not a bill on it. And then Diane helped me get the labels printed. But before that, we had to get the list of names. And then today my mom's working on them, but then it's also adding the schedules to some of them that need them. And yeah, so it's a phased approach. And then my team, all the gals on my team, we saved those out. I have special little gifts I'm giving to everybody who is on my team, the Be Happy Stampers. I got a magnet made for everybody, and then a little bumper sticker that you can put on whatever you want. So surprise, surprise, for those that were part of my team meeting on Sunday, you saw these because I shared them. I handed out as many as I could in person, and anybody that doesn't attend in person, it goes out in your Christmas card. So very nice. That's what we're working on, is getting those out to everybody. Fun stuff. The other thing, so that was what got worked on this week. Normally we would have maybe held off and did it next week, but Mom wanted to work on it, and so she came in today and started helping me get the envelope stuffed. Karen Wetstein and team helped make them. If you're wondering, you guys want to guess how many cards I have planned to send out? I'm curious what you think. I'll take guesses, and then I'll tell you in a little bit once I see that the guesses have kind of stopped. I'll let you know how many labels got printed, and then I know how many so I have business related ones, right? But like I'd have to say a lot of business related cards are also friends, right? Because I develop a lot of friends in stamping. And so we had to come up with a threshold and figure out a way to figure out who to send cards to from a like the business aspect. But it was quite a bit. I think last year we had a few more people on the list. It's about the same. And so I don't know if you guys remember how many I sent last year, but if you do remember and you want to guess that, go for the guess. Oh, look at this. Deb said 480, 140, 120. The shades are down, Sherry. The shades are completely down. Yes, they're down. 425, 348, a 350, and a 340. So far, Deb, Norman is the closest one. And so I send out about X amount from a business standpoint. Again, that still includes my friends, but then I also have people who are not involved in my stamp. So I should say my stamping life, and then I have my non-stamping life, like aunts, uncles, cousins, friends that I've met many years ago, college friends. So that group of people is another section of names. And that one is 50. That's always been about 50. So Linda said 435. So it's closer to Deb Norman's guess, and it is 500. Exactly 500 labels is what got printed out. And so that is what we're working on stuffing. And so thank goodness Karen Wetstein organized a team of gals, and about a month ago they started working on putting together cards for me. They made about 560 of them. And the amazing thing is, you guys, we had such a great time designing the festive Stamp-A-Stack, and that's what we did. We used the festive Stamp-A-Stack, and we, in essence, did 40 of them. We made, because there's 14 cards, I believe, in that class, and what we did is we made 40 times 14, and it was good. They were nice, easy to put together, not overly complicated, and it worked out really good. Sherry Stewart said 525. So yeah, it's about it was 500 exactly. So, all right, did you guys see I dropped the camera down and I had a pile of cards? So we do have quite a bit of Happy Mail to get through. So we're going to do Happy Mail, but I also want to share with you what I did at my team meeting. On the December meeting, so I do my team meetings quarterly with my girls, and I do that because we get together a lot with lives. A lot of my community of my Be Happy Stampers, we're always here together, or you're watching me live, so you get a lot of interaction. And so my meetings have always been quarterly, and I've always said, well, if you ever want more, just let me know. We can make them monthly. But everybody's like, no, we're good. Like, well, quarterly's good. So we get together in April, July, October. And then in December, though, we always get together it's usually the first or the second Saturday, depending on how Christmas falls. So this one we got together, it was on the 8th. And it was awesome. We had about 20 people here in the Hive in person, which was awesome. We had to pull in more chairs from the house so that everybody had a spot to sit. And I think we had about 20 people online. So about 40 people were part of the team meeting. And I always do mine in person and virtual. And what's special about the December meeting is I get to recognize and honor my top 20 of my team. Originally, when I first started off, we did top 10, and then it became top 15, and then now I keep it at top 20. And I get a special, unique item, not necessarily unique, but it's a personalized Be Happy Stamper item that only they have the ability to get. And I also honor my most valuable beads. We call them my MVBs. And so that was super cool that I could give them out to those gals. But I want to share with you what I got, everybody. It's been kind of like a little secret, but not really. It's always a surprise. I try to think ahead by a year to figure out what I could get to kind of put it on display, but it never happens. It always comes out like right at the last minute. So Annette Rollin on my team is a quilter, and so I had her make up personalized bee bowls, the little microwave bowl cozies. And so I told her she wasn't allowed to make any of these for anybody on the team in a bee pattern. I had exclusive rights to her to making. So I have a gray one, but she had all different mixing and matchings of different bee prints, and these are great. So then when you need to heat up your bowl of soup or anything in the microwave, then you've got a little bowl koozie. And then this was the other thing I had made up. I found these bags, and I went to my local Hoppers. It's called Hoppers, and they do embroidery on bags. And so I got to give one of these, and it's like a money bag. And so there was either an orange inside or a gray inside, and I got the one that was black. And it has a little pocket here, and they could use it for a pencil pouch or they could use it for a money bag. But I got the Proud to Be a Be Happy stamper embroidered on there. You guys, these were done on Thursday morning. So talk about having them done in the nick of time. And so that was super cool that I got to go through with my group and like kind of how Stampin' Up! Does their top 150 or 100 and whatever their number is that they put, they recognize the top 100 in a video, and then they have, I think, the top 150 on a document that you can see. So yeah, it turned out really good. So the meeting went really well. It was super cool. And then here we are into the next week. And so what we're working on this week, you guys, is trying to get ready for the escape. We have a winter creative escape coming up next month, and it will showcase the new spring mini catalog and the online exclusives that are launching. And yeah, we got 2 cards designed. So by today, my goal was to have all 9 cards designed. It doesn't always happen that way. We were hopeful to get 5 done on Tuesday and 4 done today, and it just, yeah, it never happens. It never goes exactly as planned. So it's all good. Hello, Trish Bagley. You can never have too many pouches. Yes, exactly. So I want to share with you, do you guys want to see the first 2 escape cards? So just know that the escape, it's called the Winter Creative Escape, and I have an autumn one. That's in September. This one is it's generally geared towards demonstrators, discount shoppers, or hobbyists. I always have a number in my head of what we prepare and plan for. And as it gets closer, like now, registration officially ends on Friday the 13th. I said it out loud. It is Friday the 13th. And we have about 45 spots still open, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot in terms of, like 45 is a lot. It's still a lot to me, but we still have a month before the event is happening. And I know that there are people out there that wait to see the cards and what has been designed for the make and takes before they sign up. So I think I'm about 45 spots left, and that will continue to get fuller, I guess, as the time gets closer. And then I generally open it up to people who are generally customers, not with Stampin' Up!, not discount shoppers, hobbyists, or demonstrators. And so I've already said to a few people, yep. So if you were waiting to sign up, because maybe you were a demonstrator in the past and you've attended with me, but now you're maybe no longer a demonstrator and you still want to attend this awesome event because you know how cool it is, you just reach out to me and let me know that you'd like that, and we'll make it work. So no worries about that. Hello, Georgine Darbro. Yay. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Okay. 42 more days for Angelique. Yay. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Yes, great gifts. Thanks, Mary Carls. Hi, Mr. Santiago. All right, so I will drop down and show you the 2 cards that we got designed. And then I'm going to keep the camera down and I'll show you the new designer series paper they launched just last week. 3 new designer papers that are a twist on past ones. And I have some swap cards to share with you, some happy mail, and to show you a little bit of what Kelly did for the kit class today. And then we'll make 3 amazing cards. And then after that, I have to go. We've been putting off the staining, you guys. We're supposed to be upstairs finishing off the staining of the craft room, and Tyler and I keep putting it off because our styles of staining are different, and it put us into like a gridlock of proceeding. And so we just need to get it done because I need to move back into my craft room after 5 months, you guys. So it's a remodel project, always takes longer than what you think. So this is my pile of happy mail. This right here, this top paper, these are the hues. It's called Shades and Hues. It's the new twist on the what was called Color Theory Designer Series paper. So you can see that one. And I don't know if I need to go this way just to show you 4 different colors, the same patterns, but just the different colors basically. So that's available now. And then the one that they did off of Blackberry Beauty is now called Refreshed Beauty. So, I don't know. If you're into the citrusy, you'll love this. But if you're not into oranges and yellows and greens, oh my, you might be like, no, this isn't for me. So there's even Flirty Flamingo in there. I definitely would have to, can't lie, I would pick the Blackberry Beauty over this. I love Blackberry Bliss. Not my favorite color, but I absolutely love it. And I would pick this as the Blackberry Beauty, definitely. And then this one is a take on True Beauty, and it's called Serene Love. Did I say that wrong? No, Serene Love. Yep, True Love. Maybe True Love is what it's supposed to be, or what it was in the past. it was more of a black and white, and then they added now, yeah, this was black and white. I remember it was we did it as like a Valentine's Day, a January sweet class a couple of years ago. So I can live with this. So yeah, so those are the designer papers that are new. Put your sunglasses on. I know, right? Deb agrees, the blackberry. Yeah, so I bought one pack. I'll be honest, I'll probably not buy another pack. I bought it to share it with you guys to see what it's all about. Okay, now the new mini catalog looks like this, and it is available demonstrators. So here's the deal. There's a sale-a-bration catalog. If you're a demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, Stampin' Up! Is sending you your copy. They send it out in bulk mailing, and a lot of demonstrators have not gotten them. I know there's a running post on my team page of people who haven't gotten their catalog yet. Even Diane Bogenhagen, who lives like a block from me, 2 blocks from me, 2 minutes from me, she hasn't gotten hers, but I've gotten mine. And that's happened to quite a few gals. And so what they've told her and others, if you call in, that they have until December 23rd. And if you don't have it on December 23rd, that's when they'll send you a new copy. So hang tight, be patient, and hopefully you get it soon and not later. So that is this. So that's the mini and the sale-a-bration. So that's what the Winter Creative Escape is featuring, is stuff out of those 2 catalogs, as well as stuff from the new online exclusives. Okay, so I'll show you one of the cards. Features the beautiful bokeh, and it's a shaker card, and we have a little window sheet in there, and we've got the beautiful itty bitty bokeh gems in the inside. And so this is one of your escape cards. Now, you don't need focal images per se, but we did use Versamark and white embossing powder to really make that pop on this Berry Burst label. So you would potentially need that for this one, but if you have black ink and you want to use black instead, that would also work. The white shows up great because the Berry Burst is a little bit darker. And so then we have a little birthday card for you. So that's one of the cards. Oh, Mary Carl's got hers. Wonderful. And then this one is called the Terrific Toadstools Bundle. And with this one, in terms of stamps, to make the card exactly like this, you would need to have these 2 stamps and something to use for grass and a sentiment. But if you don't have the toadstools for this one, you're going to be given a white. You'll get the die. They're actually not dies. They're punches. You get the punches, but the stamps are what make it look like a mushroom. So you'd have to figure out a way. You could even just use a sponge dauber, and you could sponge color on them, and they would still look like mushrooms. And then you could potentially just draw lines to make it look like a mushroom. But it was hard with this one to get these mushrooms to look like they are. You needed to use the stamps. And so this is another one for the Winter Creative Escape. And then that's what the stamp looks like. So yay, we got 2 done. Hello, Sandy Coy Emery. All right, so those are 2 escape cards already hot off the press. All right, so let me just start here. If you guys don't mind, I got my very first birthday card today. You guys, that's awesome. It's the 13th. I think this is the earliest I've gotten a birthday card, and I appreciate it, Sherry Martin. She sent me this lovely bee card, which was from the April Let's Just Stamp Be My Valentine. I love it. And she's got a little bow up there for me. And it says, happy birthday, and hope you have a great day. Love ya, Sherry Martin. I love it. So you guys, there's my official first birthday card of the year. Well, I should say for next year, because I got birthday cards this year already in the beginning of the year. All right, this one is from Miss Donna Grushki. Donna sent me this beautiful card. This was a stamp set, something with friends. We used this stamp set, and I remember it was the December monthly class of 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the name of the stamp set though, but very cute with the little penguin on it, and it's a season of magic and wonder. So yay to Tyler and the kittens too. So thank you for that, Donna. All right, I'm gonna make a pile here so that I can have them separated from envelopes. I like to keep them with the envelopes until I go through here with you guys. So Naomi Worrell sent me this one. And this was a cardinal from a set from a couple years back too. Very pretty. And she's got the inside matted with the green and the sprig punch on there. And then, oh, Jean, shoot, my birthday is January 1st. Deirdre Kroll sent me this. Deirdre's on the team. I love this cherry cobbler with the gold ribbon. It's always so pretty. Using golden greenery and the everyday details. And then she's got a little strip on the bottom. Yay, and that's from Deirdre. This one is from Irene Coots and another cardinal. I love it. So this was from the cardinal paper, I believe. That's the Winterly Treetops. Very pretty. She's got the inside decorated as well. This one comes to us from Miss Susie Fenlater. Yay! I love it. So, Susie, I think I got back to you, but I'm not certain. She asked if Stampin' Up! Still carries crystal effects. I don't think so. I think that's what she's got on the top here is crystal effects. And I'm pretty sure that they don't, but I should make sure I let you know that in a message so that I don't miss that. All right, this one, you guys, I've been showing this off already. This was from Phyllis Oderman. Phyllis sent us this card, and it's got a little Velcro dot. You open it this way, and you open it this way, and then it had a seed packet in here. And we cased this card literally the day after I got it to do the Delightful Wishes ink, paper, scissors, one of those cards. And then in the inside here, she sent me a little keychain that comes from a local crafting outlet that is all handmade, local crafters, and that's where she got it. The store is called The Local. And so it's got a little bee on it, so it's adorable. So thank you for that. I love it, Phyllis. And then Jean's brother's birthday is on Christmas Day. Yes, that happens. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, Sarah's birthday is January 2nd. But yeah, we're almost twinsies. And here is from Andy Acquisto. I love this fun fold. It's like an accordion like this. And then what you do is you attach the little squares onto each of the accordions, and you get to showcase off different designer series paper. Super cool. And then you can put your love note on the back. Very pretty. That was from Anne. This one is from Gary and Mary Carls from Jericho, Wisconsin. So I might say, Mary, that this card reminded me of the card that Julie also made. Let me show you. I gotta show this to you. It's right here. Look at that. I love it. So you guys can see two variations of a very similar card using the Peaceful Evergreens, where what they did is they die cut out that word Christmas from a rectangle and then putting gold paper behind. And it's so cool because then you can see the gold. And what Mary did, look at this, they did the opposite. Julie had here green with white embossing, and Mary had more of a vanilla with green over the top. And then that really pretty cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. And then Mary has some gems that were gold and she colored red. And then Julie put on the druzy gems, and just so pretty, and a gold star on the top of that tree. But look at that, two different variations of a very similar card. So I love it, love it, love it. So thank you for that beautiful card. And then on the inside, wishing you all the best, all the things that warm your heart and lift your spirits. So thank you for that, Mary. And Gary, this one is from Beverly Smith, Peoria, Arizona. And she sent a pretty ornament that is like on an acetate sheet over the top of some silver, and got some embossing in here. Very pretty. So that's from Beverly Smith. This one is from Sherry Johnson. Sherry Johnson, if you're watching and you're in the Bemidji, Minnesota, let me know if your swap cards arrived, because the other Sherry Johnson was going to be sending them to you last week. So hopefully you got them by now. I will be thinking of you this season, and happy holidays on the inside. So you guys, I love to share the Happy Mail with you so that you can get more inspiration and ideas. All right, this one comes to us from Susan Bellamy, Lakeland, Florida. This was a card that was from the last Wounded Warrior Card Benefit. Not this last one, but sorry, the one before it. Last year's, not this year's. And she sent me a matching envelope. So very good. So I can have another Christmas card to send off in the mail. I love it. So that's from Susan Bellamy. This one is from Deb Norman in Dubuque, Iowa. Deb, I read your lovely note in here. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you wrote, and I look forward to the next time we can make it to Dubuque, Iowa, and crash at your house. So it's always nice to have a place to stay. And she used the Alatza Love, and I love her little French press here. And she used some of the bronze paper, the bronze foil paper. And I love it. Tyler loves this paper, so I'll share that one with him. This one as well. This one is from Pat Fleming, and she sent me a little check for some things and sent me an awesome latte card. You had me at pumpkin spice, and then a little note to brighten your day with a teeny tiny pumpkin on the inside. So very pretty. She added some, it's either the fine tip glue pen, like something like this would add that glossiness on, or the Crystal Effects also does that, but you can see it's kind of shiny, which is cool. So thank you for that, Pat. We got that squared away. And then this one comes to us from Marge Gibson. And I had a great conversation with Marge last night. We helped her out. We learned how to do the PayPal together. So she's all squared away. So it's a good day to have a good day. And it uses that the oval punch. And so she did a couple classes with me, and I really appreciate that. And now we've got the PayPal figured out. So it always goes faster when you have the PayPal. This one is from Dolores Angus, and Dolores got a couple pumpkins from me. So she sent me a nice little, this was one of the paper pumpkin kits, I believe. And You Make My Life Brighter. I love these are the gems that are part of the Full of Life suite. And then there was a matching envelope to go with it. So very cool. Thank you for that, Dolores. This one is from the Shaws, Tony Shaw. Merry Christmas. And what she did is she had a couple different sheets of designer paper, and she cut them, and then I'm guessing you mixed and matched these. So the next person might have that pattern in the middle or on the bottom, which is cool. And then a little stripe pattern on the inside. Very good. So I got to meet Tony in person when she came to the Wounded Warrior benefit this past October. This one comes to us from Miss Mary Novak. Yay, Mary. Mary, if you're watching, you sent me an email requesting some classes, and I mailed them. Just so you know, I caught it, so we're all good to go. Look at these gems. I don't recognize them, but they're really pretty. And this was some of the autumn paper from not this year, but last autumn. So 2023's autumn paper. Really pretty. They had a lot of very nature-y scenes with that one. So thank you for that, Mary. Hi, Polly Libby. This one comes to us from Miss Judy Dean. This looks like the monthly class that I did in August. So I was really happy to see this one. Very good. And she's got the, I call it the seashells by the seashore. And we got that, so I can reuse this card too, which is awesome. This one is from Donna Grushke again. And so Donna sent me a little, it's from a kit. Something with a rose. There was a kit from a couple of years ago. And it's awesome. Now I have a note card that I can use for thank you cards, you guys. I do go through thank you cards. And I don't always get them out fast, but I do go through more thank you cards than anything else. Well, birthday cards too. This is from Tammy Steckling. So we got Tammy here, did game night and a couple other classes with me. This was a snowflake set from a couple of years ago. I can't remember the name, but I remember the class. It was in December of, I think, 2020 that I did that class. It was really pretty. I did a blue card, a purple card, a pink card, and a pool party card. And that's what I remember, that's the dies from that. So very pretty. Thank you so much. Hi, Barbara Gavi. And we're going to go on to this one. Now this comes from, I think, Beverly Smith. Yes, Beverly. And what Beverly does is she will include an embossed mat here. And she's embossed on it, thank you, thank you, thank you, which is super cool. And then she has a gift card holder or a money holder where she puts the checks into, which is cool. And it's got her address and all the information on it, so I have that. So cute little gift card holder. This one comes to us from Pat Fleming again. Look at us, 2 cards from Pat. This was a fall card, and it used the birch embossing folder and the ribbon that was from last year, I believe, with the copper and the crumb cake. And as a Thanksgiving card, look at this. Happy Thanksgiving with some pumpkins. Very pretty with some embossing on white. Yay. Abigail Rose. I remember Abigail Rose. Yes, yes, yes. All right, this one comes to us from Lisa Hedges. Lisa, I got your note, your email that said that you need a little Velcro dot. If you're watching, I will be including your Velcro dot in your Christmas card. How does that sound, my friend? With heartfelt thanks and just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. Hey, Calming Camellia, maybe? I think Calming Camellia from a sale-a-bration, maybe? That's my guess on that one. This one comes to us from Elaine Rebeck, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. This was guys, sometimes the words, you can help me out, you guys. If you remember this one, hi Marlene Welts from Edmonton, Canada. Yay. It wasn't last year, but it was the year before, and it was the designer paper had all these wintry frozen scenes, plants and trees and forests, and I did the sweet class from December was this one. I don't remember the name. You guys, I can't remember all the names all the time, but I can show you pretty cards. So very pretty. It was when Seaside Spray was a color, because that was what matched it really nicely. A very pretty card, Elaine. And then this one is from Judy Sharp. Yay, Judy. The sled, sophisticated sled, mixed in with some of this is the designer paper from last year's holiday mini catalog. I love the peacock skates with that pool party ribbon. So pretty, very pretty. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. So that's from Judy Sharp. This one is, I believe, from Sandy Gorin. Sandy is now out in Colorado with her daughter, Lori, and she made me this poinsettia card. Oh, it was so pretty. I loved these gems. They were a set of 3 pearls encased in the silver. I love them. I have 1 pack left that someday I'm going to make some really pretty cards with. I saved just 1 pack for myself. I love it. There was, on this one, she embossed these poinsettias with white on vellum. But this also had some flocking, if I remember correctly, that there was a pack of vellum with fluffy whiteness on it that had poinsettias on it. But very pretty with the navy. Tasteful Textiles embossing folder, a favorite of mine. You can see that. Oh, I got a card from my cousins and their kids, so I'll save that one for myself. Made it to this pile. Hi, Jeannie Parker. And you are pretty. Oh, so pretty. Yes, 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 exactly. This is from Connie Moore. Yay, Connie. I loved this ornament set that had the different words die cut in the middle. I believe there was a snowflake one too. This was Christmas Rose. Back when they did the medleys, I believe Christmas Rose was back when the day that they had like boho medley, boho chic medley. But this was when that Christmas time rose came out in November. It was the special set in November. So, and we got Merry Christmas in the inside. Feels like frost. Yes, Jean Maxwell. That is it. Feels like frost. That's exactly it. As soon as you said that, I knew that's what it was. So I've gotten, Connie decorated her envelope flap, and she sent this in a padded envelope, so I can reuse this. I love it. Okay, this is from Chris Duderenke. You guys might get a kick out of this one. It's the erase thing where you shake it like this, and then it would disappear, and then you use the knobs to draw your lines and make your background image, and yeah, so cool. I love the stamp set that she used for this, and because you could draw the lines with the trees and the deer. Very cool. And the birds. And the little thing called love. All right. So you might like that one. That was cool. This one's from Bonnie Lesperance. Another poinsettia with a big pearl on the inside. She used navy and white with a little bit of gold, a lot of gold embossing. I shouldn't say a little bit, but a lot of gold embossing. This one comes to us from Miss Sharon Henson from Eden, Wisconsin. And she used, oh, I love when she does this. So Someday we'll do some cards like this. You cut your circles, and then you cut your circles in half. And you have 3 different size circles. And what you do is you layer the small one and the medium one, and then the medium one into the bigger one. And then it gives you this kind of circle-y look. Very educated there. Yes. So, and then here are the little flat gold trinkets. I can't remember which suite they were from, but I do. Oh, frames and florets. That's where those guys came from. Frames and florets. And a little gold foliage in the back. Very cool. Thank you for that, Sharon. Yes. Etch a sketch. Yes. Barbara Gabi said etch a sketch. You got it. Kathy Showalter and Angelique. Oh, you guys all knew that. The etch a sketch. Great. This is from Eileen Hodek Hayward. This, you guys, if you might recognize this, she cased, I believe, on ink, paper, scissors that we did from iconic celebrations where we had the snowflakes and then the 3 squares that were in the shape of diamonds. And joy and love to you. Yeah, lots of poinsettias. Very good card, Eileen. And then this one comes to us from Mary Schreiber, Taunton, Minnesota. She used the Regal ink paper, or I want to say ink, paper, scissors. We just did this for last month, is the Reindeer Fun ink, paper, scissors. So Regal, it was Reindeer Fun, and then the dies here. So what she did is she put red glimmer for Rudolph's nose. I love it. And a little glitter wreath around Rudolph was super cool. Oh! What's in here? Oh my goodness! What is this? Mary, you sent me stamps. I love it. Did you mean to do that? I love it. You guys, I didn't know these were in here. Oh man, this is so cool. Can you tell, you guys, how excited and delighted I am? She sent me stamps. I love it. Oh man, thank you so much. We're going to use these for Christmas cards. This is what we're going to use. These stamps were what we put on our Christmas cards. I love the tree and the deer, the snowman, and then Santa Claus is okay, right? Santa Claus is coming to town. So yet another idea of what you can put in here, your pocket. I got to keep these out because I'm not going to lose these guys. And so instead of putting a picture or a check or cash, you could give the gift of stamps. Oh man, Mary Schreiber, you just made my night. That's awesome. Rudolph brought me some stamps. I love it. All right, this one comes to us from Sue Thomas. And she loves getting my designer series paper samplers, which are super cool. She made a barn quilt is what I want to call this. A little barn quilt. And she wove the paper up and down through each other. So it's super cool. And then a little red gem right in the middle. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Very good. Thank you for that, Sue. This one also is the Reindeer Fun. And that is the poinsettia, like the holly berry leaves. And then we've got Rudolph and Merry Christmas. And this is from Sherry Ott. I do like that saying a lot. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. That is from Greetings of the Season. Yeah, Mary, what a nice surprise, right? Yes, I meant to. Well, I would like to think that you meant to. But I was not expecting that at all. So that's awesome. Who can't use stamps, right? Oh, man. This is from Chris Robinson, Pella, Iowa. And she did the gnome card for me. And she put a little plaid paper in the background here. She colored all of her gnome, the lights and the hats. Very good. Thanks a bunch. I love it. So we've got thinking of you and wishing you the happiest season ever. So I love it. Thanks, Chris, for a great gnome card. This one is a lot of glitterific going on here. This is from Miss Mary Scott, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And what she did is ornament with silver and a bow and gold and a little druzy-ish gem. It's actually not a druzy gem. It's like a druzy gem, but it's more faceted, which is cool. And she embossed the inside. I like how she's got the ornaments coming down on the side. So that was very cool. You guys, my pile is getting taller and taller. This is from Kathy Showalter in Port Washington. And she used, oh man, we did a game night. There was a game night where we used, it was Merry Christmas. We did a fall card. I think the paper is called Plaid Tidings. I could be wrong, but I'm having a drawing a blank on the name of the stamp set that was from. So there you guys go. If you guys remember it, you can call it out. And she did one of these bridge cards where it has the piece here and it's connected by the middle. And that's what, if you guys catch Rose's class next week, Rose does a card like this too for her Technique Club class next Thursday. Thanks for liking and sharing, Melanie. I appreciate it. All right, time for the bunko party, you guys. Someday I'm going to do a bunko party here in the Hive. I'm hoping to do it next year. All right, we have here from Shannon West, who is my DDM. Do you like how she addresses the envelope, you guys? Very cool. 54935 with all the dots in the middle. And she has, "You're pretty wonderful. And what a spectacular year you had. Wowza, you guys. Number 4 in leadership, 12 team building, 15 in sales, and 8 overall. You are truly amazing. Congrats." From Shannon. Yay. So I got a card from Shannon. I'll put that there. I appreciate it. Becky White, hello. She's guessing 120 times 4. Here's from Carolyn Ketchmark. I gotta share this one with Tyler too. Tyler loves trees. You guys, I had to buy a stamp set for Tyler last night. You're not going to believe it, but he got back from work and it was free shipping yesterday. And I said I needed just a few more dollars to get over, because I was putting in an order on a workshop to close out a workshop. And I needed like 15 or 20 more dollars just to be good. And he's like, "Well, did you get me that stamp set I wanted?" I'm like, "Dear, really? I have the stamp set. You can use mine whenever you want it. If you're ever going to make a card." He's like, "Well, he wanted his own." Okay, he wanted his own stamp set, and he wanted textured timber. And it was on sale it is still on sale for $10 from $25. So I bought Tyler a stamp set, you guys, last night. Yup. So he loves his trees, he loves his nature, and so I believe that this is from Beauty of the Earth, and this is from Carolyn Ketchmark, and she said, "Thank you for all your inspiration. Okay, you guys, I love it. Without you, I could never send out as many cards as I do to brighten up people's lives." So that was really special, Carolyn. I appreciate that. I love your love note. Thank you for sending me a beautiful card that Tyler is going to steal. I know he's going to steal this card because it has trees on it and he loves green and brown. So I'll have to share that with him, definitely. And this whole pile, actually. All right, you guys, lots more Happy Mail here. So Randy Schultz sent me this one. Randy's from Michigan. She embossed the trees on silver foil, and then she embossed them on white, and blessed Christmas wishes, and I love it. So she wrote on this little insert so that I have another Christmas card to use. Very cool. Thank you for that beautiful card, Randy. And then this one again, you guys, this is the same. Did we ever figure out the name? This is from Jeannie Parker. Jeannie, you're watching. Oh, plaid tidings. I feel like it was all different plaid in blacks and oranges and greens, and it was game night of a couple years ago. And when you open that up, it goes like this and it goes like this. So we've got a little bit of a fun fold on our hands here too. Sending joy and peace this season. Thanks for your beautiful card, Jeannie. Hi, Rose Garibaldi. Raining here in California. Yay. All right, Celebration Tidings. Is that it? I think that's the name of that one. Celebration Tidings. It just came to me. All right, we have a beautiful card here from Miss Melody Miller. I love her use of red gems to replicate berries in the middle of her holly up there. And she's got some down here too. Very pretty. And the Horse and Sleigh was an online exclusive from last year. And yay, you guys, she got some calendars for me, as did a bunch of you. About 40 people got calendars from me. And I ordered more than I needed by about 150. So if anybody in my community is wanting to get some of these calendars, reach out to me. I get them from Tailored Expressions, and I got them on Black Friday. And I can easily mail out 2 or 4 or 5 or 10, right? So if you need them shipped, though, I'll have to figure out what shipping is. A lot of you were able to get them mailed with your packages. So this is from Julie Frost in Ohio. Noelle and Joyous. And she has a matching designer paper and a little tree on the inside. Very pretty. And then one of the bell trinkets. So again, to those calendars, if anybody's needing those calendars, reach out to me. We can make that happen yet. When Tailored Expression sells them, they're in packs of 10, but I easily break them up. I always use them for a calendar card that we do. Oh, a calendar card. Oh, I gotta remember we're doing a calendar card for the Escape. This is from Sandy Politowicz. Yay, Sandy. She's got the tree die cut out of silver And then what she did is die cut it out of the white and put some blue designer paper that was from last year's mini catalog. Another one. It had greens and blues in it. Like that. That really tells a lot, right? And then that's on the background. And very cool. There's that thing again from the greetings of the season. And the trees are from Peaceful Evergreens. Very pretty card. I would like to get some calendars. Yes, Jeannie Parker. So my question for you, Jeannie Parker, is, plaid tidings, celebration tidings, and then plaid tidings. Yes, very good. Cottage wreaths. So, okay, the plaid tidings, I merged the two. Plaid tidings was the designer paper, and cottage wreaths, and there's cottage gingham paper. Yes, okay. I think there were two different plaids going on. And Debbie Gass wants another 10 calendars. Okay, cool. So anybody who's looking for the calendars, send me a note, email me, text, however. As soon as I have the opportunity, I will reply. I promise I will reply, and we'll get it all situated. Debbie, I saw you sent some money, and what we'll do is just have you send some more. So that works out, no problem. And so Jeannie, just send me a quick note too, so that I have it in writing, so that I can get back to it when I go through my messages. All right, this is from Miss Kathleen Ketterman. She's got trees, and they look like they're hanging from the top of the card, which is pretty cool. And added a little holographic ornament and embossed Merry Christmas. And joy and love and joy come to you, and may it last the whole year through. So that came. Thanks for that, Kathleen. Very pretty. You guys were almost there. This one comes to us from Kathy King. Oh, my friend Kathy King. I love it. Look at that. The Dazzly card here, the foil. It reminds me, whenever I see foil that's embossed, it reminds me of the roofs inside buildings where they had that textured pattern in squares. So there was an embossing folder like that a couple years ago. All right, I'm getting my pile back here. Oh man, I don't know if it's gonna stay. Let's try one, because we're almost done. Nope, it's gonna slide. Okay, you guys, this is quite the pile of cards. All right, Kathy King, look at this beautiful card, and I love what she wrote in here. Yay, I love it. So she's gonna be joining the team again in January. She marked her calendar for January 7th. It's a great day to join Stampin' Up! If you have a demonstrator you work with, you might consider joining their team. If you don't have a demonstrator you work with, you might consider joining my team. So I would love to have you join the Be Happy Stampers. Again, now is not the best time. Any time's a good time, but there's a better time, and we know that during sale-a-bration, they're giving you an option of adding 2 marker sets and a stamp set, or $30 more to your starter kit. So this is again from, this one's from Stampin' Up! So I got a card from Stampin' Up! And on the inside it says, cheers to you for reaching 800,000 CSV in career to date sales. Reaching this milestone is a testament to your hard work and dedication. And we are grateful for you and everything you continue to do, from the Stampin' Up! Leadership team. So it was from Jill and Lynn, Corey, Sarah, Scott, and Dave. So very cool. Very pretty. I like how they did this. It says in a soft ink color that matches the basic beige. So basic beige. They had congratulations all the way down, a different font, and then back to the congratulations, and then a pretty little flower with some butterflies. So very cool. And then this one comes to us from Miss Susan Warmly. Awesome, Susan, you guys. All right, are you ready for this? We have just a couple more cards left, but I have to share with you. She said, here's a card idea for a 12 by 12 piece. Like the otter paper, that would work. It needs to make a scene. The base is 11 inches by 12, and you take an inch off the height. With the long across the top, you score it a 1 3/4 and 3 7/8 from both sides. With the short across the top, you score it 5 1/2. It's a possibility. I love it. Susan is always thinking of me with different ideas for creative escapes to share different presentations for amazing card ideas. So are you guys ready for it? This is that Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. And she added Thinking of You is from Layered Leaves, I believe. And this is the Bow Punch. Super cool. Some peacock gems that are part of, there's peacock and pretty pink, I think. Well, are you ready for it? All right. Don't look away, you guys. Oh, Georgine would like some calendars too. Perfect. Yes, Judy Sharp wants some calendars. I got 5 for you, and I have 10 for Debbie Gass. I have 10 for Jeannie Parker. Yay. So, you guys, okay, so everybody's watching, right? This is Miss Susan Wormley's card that she sent to me, and look at it. It is perfect when you have a nice layout on a big sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper. So the otter paper would be super cool. So this goes back like this, and it folds like this. I love it. So fun, fun, fun folds, right? Get it? Fun, fun, fun folds. All right, a couple left here. This one comes to us from Lynn Beasley. Lynn has her stationery that she sends me cards. I love it with the little cotton seeds here. So that is from Lynn. And one left here is from Pat Fleming. Pat Fleming, I think you win an award for having the most cards in my pile. This is from that Star Santa. It says Sweet Wishes. And then you open it up and it's got a little triangle flap here where you can add in a check or money or you can even add stamps. I love it. Okay, so, did you guys get your fill of happy mail? All right, that is a question because this is all the mail that I've gotten, I'll be honest with you, in the last week and a half. All right, this pile starts from right around Thanksgiving. Excuse me, I had a frog. Thanksgiving was 2 weeks ago, so this is 2 weeks worth, you guys, of mail. I felt the love these last 2 weeks from you guys. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get those back here. And I'm good on envelopes. You guys saw the 2 cards that we have for the escape started. I know there's pink, a lot of it, but there'll be other colors, I promise. And then Kelly, if you missed her today, Linda said they were beautiful. Yay! A scrapbooking card, exactly. That would be really cool in a scrapbook, yes. So you guys, Kelly did the kit class for me this morning, and she's going to continue to do kit classes for me. It gives me time to do other things. And she did a phenomenal job putting these together. This kit comes with 12, just in case you guys missed it. Stampin' Up! Did come up with 2 new kits this month. One is called the Cherry Blossom Treat Boxes kit, and she put 2 of them together for you. She got all the stamping done on all of them, and then she put 2 together. So you can see they make great, if you guys do bingos or if you do any events, bridal showers, baby showers, these would be adorable treat boxes for you to add candies to or surprises in. And again, that is a new kit that they just came out with. The other one, the kit for this month, is a perpetual calendar. And she put this together in its entirety for you guys today. So these are back to back in the same video this morning. A perpetual calendar has the month and it has the dates, but not in a calendar format. Like a calendar format that you're probably used to is like this. And this is the Cards by Christine calendar that we came out with that has the day and what this is a true calendar. Like that's how I would look at a calendar. This is if you want to keep track of birthdays, anniversaries, and you don't care what day they fall on in a year. Like mine is January 1st. So I put my birthday here, and then my grandpa's birthday was the 15th. And so you could put people's birthdays, anniversaries, whatever you need to do in here, but it's things that happen every year. And so she put together the stickers at the top so that you guys could keep this. And it's nice because it has a hanging hook here. So when you're in your craft room or in your kitchen or wherever it is that you write out your birthday cards, anniversary cards, whatever cards you have that they need dates, this could be hanging somewhere right by you so that when you're like, okay, it's April and what cards do I need to mail out this month? This is your ticket to helping you remember that. And the stamps that came with it are the months at the top. So, all right. So just so you guys are aware of that kit is out there. You can watch Kelly do that before you commit to buying it. So in case you want to see what it's all about, you can check that out. And then entertain me just for another 2 minutes, you guys. Every month, yeah, right? A great idea. I definitely agree, Deb Norman. That is a great idea. So every month we do a Cards by Christine customer swap. It's open to anybody in my community that wants to be a part of the customer swap. And there are different rules and regulations, right? You have to use at least a current Stampin' Up! Stamp, and then you have to use something else from Stampin' Up! That's retired or can be current, but 2 things from Stampin' Up!, and then it's open to use whatever you want. No, it could be Stampin' Up! Stuff or a different brand, whatever. Not all my customers always use Stampin' Up!, so we get that. And so that's why this swap is a little more open to that. There's a little wobbler on there. I love it. So this one comes to us from Feline Mays from Oregon. She did the little latte, and she made it into a gift card holder so that you can add a gift card in here, which is awesome. I'm so thankful for you. There's a theme. So this month, these were November's cards. So these were getting into Christmas cards. This one's from Miss Kathy Booker, who's also on the team, and she is from Colorado and Aurora. So there's Aurora, Colorado, and there's Aurora, Minnesota. All right. And so these are, what happens is me being the host, I donate my set of cards to an organization here in town, like a nursing home or the senior center. And so I get a card for being the host, but I donate them. So a very cute card with the kids on there. This one comes to us from Trisha Fagley, and she used I always want to say the ink, paper, scissors. It's the reindeer fun. So when you include the card for the donation for me, you include an envelope. So this one is a matching envelope. And so when you open this, it's like a card on a card. So that's really cute, Trisha. This one comes to us from Miss Mary Lemke, Brandon, South Dakota. And I got to talk to Mary about getting the white envelope. And I might have given somebody else the white envelope by accident. She used the snow globe, and she did a pleated technique here to like a skirt that has pleats in it. So another card that you guys could case, really cool, like where it has a pleat going up and a pleat going down. And season's greetings. This is from Audrina Spar. Audrina is a sideline to me, kind of. She's rolls up through Ann Hebner, and she's from Appleton, and she did an otters card. So when you open like this, and it says love you lots, and she embossed her otters in white. This one is from Miss Elaine Rebeck from Fond du Lac. And she has, I wanted to say it's the Grinch, but it's not the Grinch. It's a Christmas tree. But he reminds me of the Grinch hand. I recently saw a Christmas tree, and there's like a Grinch hand coming out, and it has that swirliness to it. And this one has ho, ho, ho on the inside. That's from Elaine. This one is from Feline May, sent me a card, and she sent me a thank you card for the birthday card I sent her. And this is the Blackberry Beauty, you guys. All right, so that's the Blackberry Beauty, and that's the ephemera pack from that. Oh man, look at that splattering in there, Feline. Good job. Very pretty. And so that one's mine. That's a thank you card for me. And then Trisha also sent me a Happy Mail card, and I'm going to leave that on there. So this one was just a note. Very pretty use of, I believe that was a paper pumpkin kit, adding some blackberry and gold ribbon. And then she's got, ooh, look at that, you guys. That's different. She added a little bit of designer paper that matched to the flap, but didn't cover up the whole flap, just did part of it. So it adds a little bit of decoration on the envelope flap. Kind of reminds me of what, like washi tape. All right, sending you sunshine, laughter, and hugs. All right, very pretty. A little use of gold foil on the side. And that is a thank you card for me. And this last one, oh, it's a card kit. Okay, you guys, this is a card kit. This made it into this pile. I need to talk to you guys. Whoever did ink, paper, scissors with me with the reindeer fun is missing a card kit. This ended up in my packet, and I found it the night of class a couple weeks ago, 2 Thursdays ago, and somebody is missing this in their ink, paper, scissors kit. So I'm glad I got to bring it up again. Somebody's got to let me know. I actually got to send an email out to everybody to have them look in their kits, because nobody has claimed it yet. Okay, now an hour into the night, and I think we're about ready to do card class. So let's grab the set of stamps. And we're going to get the box of stamps that we're going to use here to show you what we got. And the samples are right here. Very good. I do not have any of this class left, you guys. It sold out. Frances Rodriguez, she was the last recipient for this class. She placed an order last night or yesterday or 2 days ago and asked for it. And she got my last one. So I just want to remind you guys that if you are looking for this calendar, Julie Bierschbach's, if you printed this already, just know Kelly accidentally put a 3 here, and Julie Bierschbach's number is actually with a 9. So if you printed this already and you don't want to print a new one, just know if you want to take a class with Julie Bierschbach, her phone number is 849, not 843. A little hiccup there. So we did upload a new document just about an hour and a half ago. And then this also is very current as of today, just so you know that the schedule is out there. So, okay, we're going to do roll call before we forget, because we almost forgot. And let me bring my book out. While I bring my book out, if you guys want to zoom in on this, when you donate the cards, do you have to stamp on the back? No. I would have to say no. And anybody can tell me wrong, but I'm not selling the cards. I'm donating them. The copyright, I believe, is only required if you're selling your cards and you're using Stampin' Up's products on your cards. So the fact that I'm taking these cards and I'm donating them, I'm not selling them. I don't think I need to stamp the back. Now, if somebody says from Stampin' Up, like, nope, if you donate, no, you can't. I've never ever heard that if you donate cards, you have to stamp the back. I've only ever heard the Angel policy is if you sell cards using Stampin' Up's product, you have to have Stampin' Up's logo on the back. Now, that's what I know. So, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that, and I can be wrong. I've been wrong before, you guys. I can't say that I'm always right. Okay? So, just if anybody ever hears otherwise, you're more than welcome to tell me that I'm wrong. But for now, I'm just donating. That's what I do. So I'm going to drop this down, you guys. And if you want to take a look at this, in case you didn't see the calendar, this is what we've got coming up for ink, paper, scissors for the next couple months, January through April. We've got the sweet classes, and then we've got the Let's Just Stamp. And I will make a comment, you guys. We've already designed the Simply Zinnia Let's Just Stamp for January, and it's on the last chance list. We are not redesigning the cards. We are going full speed ahead with the beautiful cards that we made. And if Zinnia is on your list as a possibility and you saw our cards and you want to do the class with us, you might consider getting it before it goes out of stock. These are Rose's Technique Club class, and then we've got some other things here. Now, the question I've been getting a lot more recently, though, is what are we using for monthly classes? So tonight is the monthly class. I will let you know tonight's the monthly class. We are making cards, I promise. 3 cards, lickety-split. We'll be really good with them. For the monthly class, I always feature 3 different either stamp sets or bundles. It doesn't have to be a bundle. It just is a stamp set. And it's like that from the very beginning. I always feature 3 different things. And the question I get a lot is, well, do you know what you're going to be using for January? Do you know what you're using for February, March, April? People like to know ahead. So this is not published anywhere. When I create the events on my events calendar for all of next year, I will populate this information in these 4 months already. But just so you guys, in case you're wondering, want to see it, this is what we're going to be featuring for January, February, March, and April. I don't have this published. I don't know how soon I'm going to be able to get this published. Within the next week or 2, I'll get it all. Like, my whole goal is to get every event on my calendar, on my website calendar, in the next 2 weeks is going to be out there. But if you're wondering now what we're using for stamp sets for the next 4 months, take a screenshot of this so that you have it. And then we're going to be featuring the different sale-a-bration products for the catalog launch party. But, all right, so just in case you guys are curious, because I do get that question a lot. What are you using? And this way, now you know. All right, roll call. I like to do roll call to thank you for taking this class with me. We made up 64 kits for this class, 64 times 3 cards. They're all gone. I have this class yet on Saturday, and I held out 3. I have 3 people signed up for Saturday morning, and so I have enough for them. And it's amazing. So 64, I think we'll plan to do again 64. We sold out of the monthly class last month as well, right towards the end. And so we have to contemplate what we're going to do for next month, if we're going to do 64 or 68. But that's good. You guys, it's good to sell out a class. Mom would be happy with that. So thank you for those that signed up to do this class with me. And also, if I missed your name, I would really like for you to tell me like right away so I can figure it out. And if I need to kit up like one for you, I will definitely do that. Or maybe we'd switch you to a different class. But hopefully I did not miss anybody. So listen for your name. What if you donate the cards to an animal shelter to sell? Then yes, they need to be stamped. Okay? I think that they need to be stamped. So if you know that they're going to be selling them, I think you need to stamp them. If you're donating them and you don't think they're going to be selling them, I think you're fine. Because technically, the animal shelter would be responsible for stamping that on the back. So if you know, Donna, for certain that that animal shelter is selling them, I would just make sure you stamp the back so that you're safe. I'd rather you be safe than sorry. Only if selling. And so yes, if they're selling them, I would say yes, they're responsible for it. All right. So first on our list, Miss Pat Fleming. And then we have Angelique McClendon, Sandy Wicklander, Shirley Malarkey, Donna Grushke, Annette Rollin, Jeannie Parker, Nedra Dover, Sherry Everett, Tundra Hudson, Debbie Gast, Vera Anderson, Sandy Coy Emery, Karen Wetstein, Feline Mays, Linda Scott, Trisha Fagley, Karen Woods, Susan Bellamy, Jeannie Gertis, Mary Carls, Karen Stagg, Julie Bierschbach, Pat Bice, Rose Garibaldi, Leslie McMinn, Gwen Goda, Julie Bontrager, I think, no N at the end, Brenda Watson, Laura Sullivan, Kari Dwyer, Barbara Rudolph, Connie Moore, Linda Hunt, Chris Duderenki, Linda Rios, Susie Fenlater, Doris Munson, Pat Shee Bischoff, Phyllis Oderman, and first timer here, Donna Gattalero Anderson from New York. So this is Donna's first class with me where I got to say her name out loud. So I hope I did not butcher it, Donna. Cindy Ettringer, Vanessa Ritter, and last but certainly not least, Miss Frances Rodriguez from Missouri. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for taking this class with me. Always reach out if you have any problems or hiccups with anything. I will let you know that the PDF tutorial was emailed out to you at 5:30 tonight, which was right in the nick of time before class. I apologize to those who love to do work ahead, like love to do work ahead is what I meant to say, where you like to do your stamping or get anything done. I have to let you know that Jolene had a horrible migraine over the weekend, and she took her some new migraine medication that she hadn't taken before, and she had a horrible reaction to it, and it sent her to the hospital, and she was in the hospital from Saturday until Tuesday night, about 4 days, and I texted her, I called her, I started to get worried, and she joked, she's like, I need to give you a different ring, so I know it was you. Her eyes were swollen so shut, you guys, that she couldn't even see her phone to see who was texting her or calling her. How miserable and horrible. So again, it just delayed things, and I didn't know where she was at, and she couldn't communicate with me, and I didn't want to do it if she was working on it, so I kind of held off until last night. I finally could communicate with her on Tuesday when she called me on her way home from the hospital, which I thought was pretty amazing. That I'm like, no, you shouldn't be calling me, but she wanted to make sure that she knew that I was working, that she was helping me. And she was also helping me get that scavenger word search ready for you guys. And we did have a little hiccup with the circles. They got lost between the file that she sent Kelly, and then when Kelly sent it to me, and then we were able to get the circles back and added. So it's all good. You guys, all's good. It's only paper, right? Naughty Nancy would say it's only paper, but all's good. So thank you for your patience with the PDF tutorial. It is out in the Inspiration Hive as well for those who have access to my repository. It's not a repository. We hate using that word. Yeah, Kelly doesn't like that word. My database of tutorials it's out there already, so you guys can already catch it there. So yes, poor Jolene. I don't think she would mind if somebody wants to send her a card. Like, I don't want to just say what her address is over the phone or like over the YouTuber. But if somebody feels like they want to send her a thinking of you card and you want to ask me for her address, I don't think she would mind me giving it to somebody who wants to send her a get well card. She's doing much better, you guys, but it's a scary thing when you can't breathe and you're itchy and you don't know, right? Your mind starts to wander and not good. So we're happy that she's a lot better. How mad, like, when you get a new medicine and you have an allergic reaction to it, and it basically shuts you down. It's not good, not good. So we're happy that she's here. Yeah. All right, so you guys, these are the 3 cards. We are going to make, I got the zoomer in here going on. So we've got 3 beautiful cards. For those of you who did the Autumn Creative Escape with me, just know this is a double dipper. You will recognize it because this was an escape card. When we do the escapes, we usually do 9 cards, and they get spread out into card classes over the next 4 months. Okay, so we do double dip some. And absolutely love the word search. Yay! You mailed your answers to me. Okay, perfect. So you guys, Luann Bartling hand wrote the whole word search and did all that in writing with a pen and paper. We sent it to Jolene, and Jolene put it into a document. And then Jolene sent it to Kelly, and Kelly made it pretty. So it was definitely a team effort. So which one, let's start with let's do that one last. So in case you did the escape with me and you want to see these other 2 cards, we'll do these 2 first, and we'll save this one for last. How does that sound? And we'll do the rosette first because it's a humdinger of a card. This rosette, I don't know. I told people in person, they either love it or they hate it. So this Round You Go is in the annual catalog. We featured this for the Wounded Warrior benefit, but we featured the other dies, these guys, those ones. We did not feature this one. And you need 2 of these to make the rosette. And you just have to be patient. Where is the word search? Sherry, if you go to my website, cardsbychrisb.com, it's out there. And it is in the resources tab. If you guys get, just so you guys know, if you get emails from me, oh man, I have it as staged as an email. If you go, I sent an email about it. It's called the December Class Showcase and more. I'm going to be sending a revised version of this with the new links for the calendar. But if you go here, Sherry, I don't know if you get emails from me, but I sent a revised one. And when you click on the word here, it takes you there from the email. I don't want to download it again, but it takes you there to get it. And it looks like this. And that's what we're saying. It's more of a word search this year, or for this catalog. We changed it up. Luann went a different route. And for those that didn't get the email, if you go to my website, all you need to do is go to the resources tab. It's down here. It's called Holiday Mini Scavenger Hunt and Word Search. And this is, you guys, my resources tab is where you can find always the up-to-date links for the documents that I always have for you. All right, thanks for looking. My daughter gets horrible migraines. I get a regular headache and think it's horrible. Yes, the migraines are not good. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it, Sherry. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making. Now, in a nutshell, the card is not difficult, this rosette. And I remember, oh man, it was when this first came out, I needed help with the rosettes. I really did. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't figure it out. My friends phoned me and they told me what to do. So you have 3 gems, the gold gems. I have to say that I do like these gold gems. They go with a lot of things. All right, the other thing I need to tell you guys, for those of you doing this class with me that got kits, this is backwards, all right? I should have put this in the email and I forgot. This is not the ribbon for this card. It is the ribbon for this card. This is longer. My helpers and so I put the ribbons out and we didn't catch that they weren't the same size, but they didn't need to be the same size. This ribbon right here in the black card, so do this right away. This ribbon in the black card is shorter. It goes with the blue card, and the black has the longer one. So just switch them right away. In class on Monday night, I had people that used that ribbon and then cut it and then cut their tails off. And then we had to take those tails and use them for the tails over here, which is kind of hodgepodgey. We don't want to do that. So just swap out those ribbons right away. They're the same ribbon. One's just longer than the other. This is embossed for you with the metal plate embossing folder. And then you have 3 gold fireworks. These 2 will go together to make the thing at the top. And then you have one here, which is going to go on a circle, a little vanilla circle. That's for the bottom. And then you have another circle, which is for your sentiment, and then a gold one for a mat for your sentiment. And you will see that we generally cut out stuff from your mats. This circle was from the middle here, and that's okay because it does get covered up. And if there's a part that is shown here, make sure it should be fine because it gets covered up. It's right in the middle. So these mat together. And then you have 2 of these things, and we're going to go through this, and you're going to be like, yep, I'm glad I got this kit. I could try it. I don't need to buy it. Or you'll be like, oh, man, I love this. I want it. Right? So you're either going to be one or the other. You're not going to be in the middle. I don't think you're going to be in the middle. All right. So you need some navy ink in the navy and Time to Celebrate. And what I did on the inside here is hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And we might as well go ahead and do our little bit of stamping first and get that taken care of so that we can go full speed ahead with our assembly process. So the Time to Celebrate goes in here. Hi, Donna Grushke. You're here. Yay. People were using this card for a congratulation card for a graduation. It could be for a wedding. If you have like a New Year's Eve wedding, something that happens right in January, that would work. It could be a birthday too. And in this case, we have this vanilla. And I would do this fireworky thing at 2nd strength or 3rd strength. So I'm going to ink it up and I'm going to stamp off over here. And then I'm going to go over to here. And I'm going to do a 2nd strength right on here. And then immediately after I pick up, I'm going to go clockwise or counterclockwise and then fill in the gap. And now this would be called 3rd strength. And the great thing about photopolymers, you can hover over the top until you get it exactly where you want and can kind of see it, which is good. So by doing a 2-tone, so 2nd and 3rd strength, you get the variation going on, which is pretty cool. And then I did hip, hip, hooray at 1st strength. So let's inky dinky do that. And I put that right through the middle. Now you're gonna wanna stamp these at either 2nd or 3rd because otherwise the sentiment will get lost in it. But that's what I did for the inside greeting. Okay, so that's it, 3 things for stamping. This little ribbon here, what you can do, just make an overhand knot. So I try to make the biggest loop that I can, and then I tuck a tail in there. And then as I tighten it, this gold is not the same on both sides. It's solid gold on one side, and then it's like fine, shiny gold foil on one side, but then the other side, the middle is not that way. So as I pull my tails, I want to make sure that they're the same on both sides. So I ended up with that gold foily on the top like that. So that'll be for in the middle. Then what we can do is do a little bit of minor assembly before, then we'll go to this guy. So let's do some gluing. Okay, so we can flip these over, and what I'll do is glue our inside in, complete with cat fur, you guys. I picked up a cat fur, I don't know where it went, but if you ever get cat fur in your kits, it's free of charge. That costs nothing. It's part of it. I was loading up Linda Rios's box today, and I looked in. I'm like, oh, there's a cat fur right there. But I did pull it out because I don't mean to send cat fur to you guys. I really don't. It just happens that the cats are part of our lives here, and cat fur ends up on everything. And so I did go into Linda. I looked down in Linda's box. I'm like, oh, I pulled out the little baby cat fur. So. But we always say if you do get some cat fur, just think of it as extra love that the kittens are saying hello. All right, now when it comes to foil, I'm not the biggest fan of using liquid glue with foil, and that is because it just makes the foil kind of warpy, or I don't know, it like raises it up. You can kind of see where the glue line is. So I generally am drawn to using tear and tape on things that involve foil. And so what we're going to do is prep the backs of these couple pieces with tear and tape. And with tear and tape, though, you got to be super cautious because with glue, you can wiggle around a little bit. With tear and tape, you're committing. So it's really important that you get this set up straight and centered nicely before dropping it down, because if it isn't, you're going to have some problems. It's going to rip. It's not going to be so pleasant. You're going to actually hate it. So before I set this down, I'm eyeballing all the way around. And then once I drop it, it's pretty much set where it's going to go. Now this one, I've got the designer paper on the top now. So I've got a little buffer in between. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue now on the back side of this, because you shouldn't see that through the designer paper. And now this is going to go on the left-hand side of the card front. So we got vanilla and navy and gold together. And what you can do then is give this a second here to adhere. And these, we could stage these, get them ready to go. Oh, Marcia Long is interested in calendars. Okay, so this one has a big gem right in the middle. So either use a glue dot I think what I might do is use a glue dot here. You could use liquid glue because there is a glue dot that'll cover up if it doesn't show, but here, that glue dot is perfect. And what you're gonna do is offset this so slightly so that they're like I did notice that I've got a little bit of gold flecking missing from my edge. Remember we had a little problem with the gold foil paper from Stampin' Up. So I'm gonna let it be because this actually is gonna get hidden underneath the rosette. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Marsha Long, if you need some calendars, send me, if you don't mind, send me an email and we'll get it going. So I didn't have much time in emails for the last maybe 5 days. I was getting pretty caught up on them. I think I was pretty caught up, but now like the last 5 days, it's been hard since the Saturday, I think. With you guys, I had my big team meeting on Sunday and I prepped for it most of the day on Saturday, and we had Friendsgiving on Saturday night. So since basically Saturday, maybe Friday-ish, if you've emailed me, I'm working on it yet. So, all right. So we got everything staged, and now we're on to this. These two pieces are identical. They're from the same die, more or less, right? So what you want to do, I personally use this liquid glue. It's a craft glue. Some people in class the other night had the Tombow blue clear glue, and it's water-based, where this green glue is craft glue, and it's very tacky. People who used the blue, like clear glue, it wasn't as successful. It doesn't stick as well. So I want to get a little bit of this green glue. Now you could try tear and tape, but I also find that tear and tape and glue dots will pull apart. You want something of a bonding, a really strong bonding adhesive. And what happens is you've got scallops on one side and you've got, like, I guess, points on the other. And this should get put together in a way that when you're holding this, you don't even know that there's a transition from one piece to the other. When I look at the Humpty Humps here, it goes and you don't even see. You don't even see. And that same thing. You can't even tell that there's a gap, right? But what's important, the most important thing, is you want to use the heat from your fingers to help the two pieces of paper bond together, right? So press down on them really good. And there is heat in my fingers. I mean, generally they're popsicles. So all of it are, all my hand is a popsicle right now, except for where I'm rubbing these together. And there's warmth there, right? A little bit of warmth. All right. So let that be for a moment. Okay. So it should be together. And then what you want to do is you're going to start from the top or the bottom. It really doesn't matter. And you're going to have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do you have a tutorial class? Oh, Jean, shoot, for the calendars. You might have asked, somebody asked me for it recently. I made this calendar card a long time ago. And I feel like, you know what? I know what I know. I know you guys, I know what I know. Get this. All right. I just remembered. I do have this calendar card that I made for an escape. This was actually an escape card back when the Dandy Designs was available. And I have this in a tutorial, Jean. I don't remember. Jean, did you help me remember? Are you in the Inspiration Hive? Sometimes I don't remember things on the fly, like if people are in things or not. If you're in the Inspiration Hive, that is in a tutorial from an escape. It was a winter creative escape from maybe like 2021. But again, I can look. If you sent me an email, I'll catch it in the email and I'll respond to you. But if you didn't email me yet asking, just send me an email and I'll try to. And it would be better. I know, Jean, sometimes you do Facebook Messenger, but it would be better with an email, because if I can find it and you're part of the Inspiration Hive, it's just easy for me to send you a link to it in the Inspiration Hive or send you a screenshot of it to show you what you're looking for. It would be in the other section because I put all of the escape tutorial. You're not in it. Okay. So I do have, it was a escape tutorial from, I honestly, I think it was like 2021. Cause what year are we in? We're in 24. We're going on our 6th annual, and I feel like it was our 2nd year that we did that. So you guys, all I'm doing, I don't know, there's not a real easy way to do this, but you're going back and forth, right? And as you're doing this, I'm holding them together, right? And just keep her moving back and forth. And you want to make sure you stay on those little score lines, right? Because there are score lines, and that helps keep it straight. Okay, and I'm pressing it together really good. How many of you have made a rosette using this die? I'm curious. Have you done this already? I get my calendars from person in Tassie, but that's not good for you. No, no. Hello, Yvette Lopez. Oh, you got your package today. Very good, you guys. Sad news, Brenda Cottrell still has not gotten her package from November that had 4 classes in it. It's still sitting somewhere in Washington. Oh, yeah, so Jean, I do have a tutorial where we did a calendar, and it was from the Escape, and that's really the only time I can remember, because I would always do these calendar cards. These are the cards I always do a winter, when I'm not doing it this year, but I always do a winter bingo, but again, not this year. And when I do my winter bingos or any of my bingos, they're in person only, and I don't make PDF tutorials for in-person only classes. Hi, Jamie Kirkpatrick. You've made a few rosettes from this, and that's definitely trial and error, but you like it. Okay. So you guys, look what I'm doing here. I'm still holding now. If this is too much for you to hold this in your hand, you can let it go and start over up here and hold it here. Like, basically, by holding it like I was, it was helping burnish the edges. And Marilyn's made a few rosettes, and she really likes it. Good. Hi, Shelly Cooper from Sub-Zero, Wisconsin. And Sarah's done a rosette. I made your first rosette on Sunday. It wasn't easy. Okay, so hopefully, Angelique, you can watch this and it will help you. So the weaving back and forth thing is like this. The crisper, I found the crisper you have your edges. So like, look at this. I just put it right back together. I'm going to squeeze it really good. I have an order sitting in St. Paul, Minnesota for 7 days. Yeah, we wish you could go pick it up, right? 20 minutes away. You guys, you see what I did here? I pinched this really good together, okay? So having them really crisp like that is the most important thing. Now, we're going to glue this together. And the way I have it glued is this is the shorter panel, and that's going to hook here like that, but that becomes my outside, so I don't want that. So I'm going to flip it back this way, and now this shorter panel here, if you can see the shorter panel, this little guy's shorter, and the angle, it angles in. Oh, Jenna helped do the rosettes, yes, from her class. Yes, Jenna, I think Jenna might have had some influence in how I did mine too. So then this is going to hook over the top of it. So back to the glue. And again, I'm using the green glue. Right? Get that green glue on there. Not too much, though, that it oozes all over the place. You know, I know people hate the green glue because it gets all over your fingers. Well, right now it's not all over my fingers, so that's good. So the shorter one is underneath. And the main thing is that you want these to be aligned, like flush, right? So not like back and forth, right? No, that was the wrong word. But not that one is this way and one is that way. You want them lined up, right? And what I'm going to do is pinch this together, actually. And again, use the heat from my fingers to help that bond. I was supposed to get a package from your son. I was supposed to deliver it, and it finally get. Yeah, so we are in the crazy mailing season of the year. It's the craziest time of the year, right? So again, heat from my fingers, which I don't have a lot, but it's there right now. And I'm just, you guys, literally in class, I said to the people, 2 minutes. Keep it in your fingers. And so everybody's sitting here like this for 2 minutes, really helping the adhesive bond. Honestly, you'll be more successful if you let this really, so let it bond. If you use a hot glue gun, fine, that will make it like bond really fast, but you might burn yourself, and it's such a little area. How do you get just a little bit of hot glue, right? So far so good, right? Now, that's not good having it wonky like that. So we're going to try to get it right back. It reminds me of a cookie cutter. My mom has a cookie cutter that's a circle like this with jaggedy edge like that. Okay, So we have this. We have a circle. It's like a bracelet. You could put this on your, for a little hand, right? All right. So with the scallops up and I want my scallops out and the pointies in. So what we need to do is have the pointies up and the scallop down. What you do is you fold that into the middle, okay? And when you do that, magic of TV, like watch this, okay? This is really what you do. You push in, and that's it. And then you have a little rosette. Perfect, right? Now, again, if you don't give it time to glue or bond, it's gonna wanna pull apart later in life. And how I would put this on my card, I would prep the back of this guy. So get your glue. You could do this with glue, what am I saying? Hot glue gun. You could use hot glue gun for this, but I just am prepping this with a little bit more than normal liquid glue. So I'm gonna unzoom a little bit here. So I'm gonna have that prepped, and I know that this is gonna go right about here. So what we're gonna do, I'm making a big circle of glue. I know that's probably more than what you probably think you need to use, but I'm gonna set this now. I want this to go over the top of my circle, and when I push down, let me make sure so this is not what I want. This is my inside. You see that? That's my tab. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the tab. I want that to be on the bottom. So what I need to do is have it go this way. Okay, I just did the reverse. All right. So, oh, and you know what? I think I don't have a choice. The one is on the top here, and the other one is on the other side. So for those that haven't done it together, your goal is to have the little tab be on the same side so that it's not on one on each side. But I guess I'm gonna live with it because I don't have a choice at this point. So that's what I get. I'm gonna look for it though, because I'm gonna put it in a less obvious spot. Okay, it's right there. I'm gonna put it to the bottom at like 5 o'clock. Right, so I'm gonna put this over the top now. I'm gonna push this down in the middle. Okay, very good. I'm centering it top to bottom. I've got a little bit of vanilla over here. And now that I'm holding this here, I'm gonna pick up this. And I'm gonna set that right in the middle. So if you had a hot glue gun, you could do that too. But this is what we did. So now you can just hang tight here. You do need to, I made it look so easy. It was easy. Mary Carl's did it, yay. It really, so this is probably my 4th rosette that I've made. The first one was horrible. I did not do good at all because I didn't give it time to dry and it popped apart. And that's what you don't want, is it popping apart. Now, this guy right here is going to get put there. So I'm only putting a little bit of glue there, right? If this is, you guys, I'm a multitasker, right? So I can hold this with one hand and start prepping stuff over here and I'm okay. If that's too much for you, you could get a heavy cup or something to go on this, right? To help hold it. But I'm just gonna keep this like that. This one is going to tuck down here on the side, like that. And then this one is going to tuck right there, up at the top. Okay. Did you notice I did not put glue beneath all of these? I only, oh, and you know what I said? That where I'm missing that gold, I want that to be hidden underneath. I thought it was glue, but it wasn't. So there's where that guy is gonna go. And then I'm still holding this. Now, it might be dry, but it might not be. You need 4 hands. Yes, I do. So the big gold gem can go there. And then I have a medium one, which went in the middle of this one down here. And then we gave everybody a small one, which went over here on the side. And then we have a glue dot that is needed. Oh, I'm taking my hand off, taking a chance. We'll know if it pops back at me. The little glue dot is gonna go right in the middle underneath here. You have your overhand knot hold ribbon like that. Oh, it took 15 days. Mary Schreiber, that's a long time too. All right, that can go in the garbage. Grab your ribbon scissors and trim your tails for here. And voila, as Kelly would say, we did it. All right. Now, do you want to Stella anything, or are you good to go? There's a lot of gold and it's shiny, so I don't know how much you would need to Stella, but you could definitely Stella your rosette. So this is what's going to happen. I can see it here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going to want to start to pull apart here. So that's where it's really important that you have that bonding and gluing together. You can't really see that there, but that's where my seam is. And then the other one got covered up over on the other side. So just pay attention when before you start gluing your tabs that they're on the same side, right? So that would have been ideal, but you know what? I didn't think of that at the moment. So good. All right. Hip, hip, hooray. We've got our first card done, and we're going to do the firework card next. The fireworks. So set that there. I'm excited. You know what I just thought of? Tomorrow. I forgot about this until right now. I didn't forget about it, but I didn't think about it all day. So the other special thing I do for the Silver Elites on my team, I'm so excited. I take them to the spa. Tomorrow is our spa day, you guys. I'm so excited. Last year I took Diane, and she had a great time. And then right after that, so Diane was a Silver Elite going into the last year, like before the end of last year. And then right after it was October of last year is when Tracy Sorge promoted to Silver Elite, which was super cool. So I have 2 Silver Elites on my team. And so what I do is I take them to the spa up in Appleton. And I was just thinking about it. And I don't know why it popped in my head. But I'm like, oh yeah, tomorrow's a spa day. We're going to go get pedicures. And Diane's getting a facial. Tracy's getting a manicure. I'm getting... What am I getting? I'm getting a pedicure and a massage, you guys. I gotta do massages. Like she massages my foot really good, so that's always a nice plus after the breaking of the foot. I'm just pulling out my pieces here, so I get to treat my girls, and then we're going to the salt room in Appleton, which is pretty awesome as well. So we get to clear out the noses. All right, so this one, black and vanilla, and this one is featuring the Light the Sky, which I believe I saw is on the last chance list. But that's how that goes. And we used some of the sentiments for the inside and outside, and then a firework on the inside. And then these are where the dies came from. So yeah, one of the things I like to do for my Silver Elites is I love to pamper them. That is what my goal is, to treat them like queens. Well, as much as I can like queens, but queens for a day. All right, so you guys, this is a little bit of a fun fold. It opens like this. And so we want to make sure that we don't put adhesive right here. That's important business. Right? Oh, and we need the bone folder because we got to bring it back, y'all. Bring it back to right there. Now, I'm putting this out there. Monday night, one gal, I think it was Tracy or somebody, she had the score line, and it was out here, but it was off by 1/8 of an inch. And I know Anna does her very best for scoring, and it sometimes happens where it might miss a hair. So if I had one person that was off 1/8, that means that the other person that was either on the top or the bottom is off of 1/8. So when you go to fold this, double check. And all we did for hers is we lined up our corners here and we just brought it back, and we made the score line ourselves, and then it just had a little rumple right here on the inside, and she was fine with it. So it was still good. So just, to watch for that. All right, because if you have it wrong, it might not close properly in your envelope. All right, what can we get glued? So this is, in case you missed it, I don't think I said it. These 2 papers, the gold foil designer paper, are from Season of Green and Gold. We had a few sheets left from that class, and these were the sheets. Some of you, what level am I? Marilyn Durbin, I am a gold elite. So because having 1 silver elite makes you a gold, and having 2 silver elites makes you a gold elite. So I am a gold elite. Some of you will have your die cutting. This one right here, that might be die cut out of your gold foil here. So just so you know, that's a possibility. You see mine is completely solid, and just know that they weren't all like that. I think we die cut. So we needed so we needed, let's say 64 of these. So that means 32 people had 2 holes in theirs, right? So that's, I think, how that works. So Marilyn, you did message me asking about team gifts for your team. And I guess you saw, if you were watching me earlier today, you saw what I do. This is what I did. Now, I'm in a different level, I guess you could say, right? When I first started off, I didn't have the ability to do team gifts like what I just showed you, right? I have a budget now for it, and I spend X amount of dollars on team gifts, right? For my top 20 and for my team. So I do have 130 people on my team, and I can't get everybody a $10 gift or a $15 gift or a $5 gift. That's hard, right? So that's why I opted to do something like this, because my team I think they love the Be Happy Stampers, right? That's why they picked the team, and they love being part of my team. So I opted for a team gift that was a little more affordable when I'm buying. I bought actually 150 because I didn't. You have to buy them in quantities of 50, right? So I bought a magnet for everybody, and I bought a sticker for everybody. And this was really great because this fits into my envelope too for my Christmas cards. And so Marilyn, you were asking about what to get your team for gifts. Now, if you guys have, let's say, the honor to have 2 people on your team, you might, that's not gonna work. So this is what happens if you, right? I was off by a hair. So if you have the honor to have 2 people on your team, I'm just checking this out to see where we're at. I'm gonna trim off just a little bit off the bottom here. You might be able to do a $10 or a $15 gift for each person, right? Because then you're talking 30 bucks. Now, it's always what is within your budget, Marilyn. So the other thing too, I was thinking about, because I thought of it today while I was working on something, you could get personalized bone folders. There are demonstrators that, like Tamara Burcham, I think, and somebody else that does the engraving on bone folders. You could also get personalized blocks. You could take one of these blocks and personalize it. You could get handmade stamps. Like you could get, like this one I had Kelly make for me. It says sending sunshine, love, and big hugs. You can get personalized gifts for your team. You could get them caddies like this. You could get them pencil pouches. 31 is still in business, I think. You could get pencil pouches and have them embroidered or personalized by 31, right? So I don't know, anybody else that is watching me right now that has a team that gives them gifts for Christmas, you could definitely reach out via this post and give Marilyn some ideas. I'm going to glue this, and we're going to glue this, and I guess it just depends on what you have in mind. Anything could be a gift. I have these things hanging here. This was a gift from Stampin' Up, but you could easily, if you know somebody who does jewelry, you could have them make up a charm thing like this. Scissors charms. This is something that hangs. I'll be honest with you, I can't remember what it was for. It was made and given to me, and I just have it as decoration. You guys, I use a lot of things as decoration. Arliss Canoop gave me these earrings a few years ago. You could have earrings made up that that represent your team. Just different things, right? They could be personalized, or they don't have to be personalized. Just something to show appreciation for your team is important. 31 is closing. Yes, they are. They are. And I was actually looking to get those pencil pouches from 31 before they closed. I was looking to buy that pencil pouch, but in charcoal, right? And when I found out they were closing, I'm like, nope, not going to even go there. I'm not going to, because I knew I needed 20 some of them. And so I let it be. And because I think the next time I went back to go get it, they were gone. So I couldn't get them from 31. So I found a different company that I could find those from. Yeah. But at some point though, so this is my white black pad, you guys, right? I made my own white black pad, and I'm going to use the firework. And that firework is going to get stamped at 3rd strength. Oh, a bush. Yeah. So Trish Fagley said a bookmark. It's a bookmark. Oh, yeah. Oh, haha, she's funny. I get it now. So they're telling me this is a bookmark. Okay, so this is a bookmark. I guess that's what I'm understanding. It's a bookmark. Oh, for when you have time to read books, right? Okay. Yeah, 31 bags are awesome. Definitely agree. It's going to be sad for them to be closing their doors. But you get it. Like, you got to make decisions. I get it from a business aspect. I actually did it at second strength, but I wanted it lighter so that it wasn't too dark for the words. Because if the words are the same strength as the focal image, the words will get lost in it. So this says, wishing you a happy new year. You guys are so smart. It's a bookmark. All right. Happy New Year is right there. And then on this little strip of paper, we're going to stamp, let's celebrate, celebrate. And that will go on here. And I'm going to stamp it closer to the left and then cut off the right. We made it a little longer in case you guys had a longer sentiment that you want to use. Oh, and I stamped that really high to the top. So we're going to flipper still skin that over. And bring it down just a hair. Awesome sauce. That's good. Very good. All right, so that's it for my black ink pad for tonight. So we'll put you back away. And for this, I'm just going to take my scissors. You could take your cutting tool out if you want, but I'm just going to sew like that. Get that cut off. And this is the one where you're going to take your tear and tape. And you're going to use that longer piece of gold. So if you guys tuned in a little bit later after we got started, we accidentally kitted up the gold ribbons backwards. So this one you're going to want to use, and it's underneath the CEL. And it's that, hang on, it's under this side right here. And so you're going to take that gold ribbon and go up and down. For Christmas, I gave my ladies one of the Stampin' Up! Coffee mugs that are on the clearance, and you filled it with candy and goodies. Yes, that's a really great idea, too. Yep. I think that mostly anybody is excited to get anything, right? Right? It's the thought that counts more than anything. The fact that you show your team appreciation and a love, that you are so happy and blessed to have them on your team, that they're just excited that you thought of them to give them something, right? I think that's how I look at it. So, and it's a token of appreciation. So we're going to pop that like on the back, the tear and tape, and then I'm going to snip my ends here a little bit. And if you feel like you want smaller loops, you have a little bit more to work with now on that. And then we can go ahead and glue this on the inside. This vanilla mat is a little bit bigger than your average bear. Normally it's 5 1/4 by 4, and I think what we did is 5 5/16. Oh, I got glue, but that's okay because our piece is gonna go there. I think we did it 5 5/16 by 4 1/16, if I'm not mistaken. Just a little bit bigger. Okay, so I got glue right here. It's okay, I'm gonna wipe it off and put it right there. Because this piece is actually gonna go here. And that's all right then. So if you have the black dimensionals, this is a great time to use them. And I'm gonna line up 4 of them on the one side here. And then on this one, I'm gonna line this up so I can see. We're gonna put one there, there, and here. So 4 on each side. Now that allows me to go all the way to the edge without going over, like on The Price is Right. Right, the little mountain climber. And this guy is gonna go centered top to bottom, left to right. Straight if possible. All right, so then that, remember, we didn't want to get glue or adhesive here, and you got your saying is covered up behind there. All right, let's talk about these guys. These guys, you got gold. Gotta get that gold, guys and girls. All right, they gave me the worst of the worst. My gold paper was flecking on the side. I'm okay with it, and if you have any that's doing that too, it'll work because you have the black piece that's gonna go right over the top of it. So you shouldn't necessarily see them very much, but you are going to want to grab your pokey tool and do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around and poke out. This is probably going to be the most tedious part of it all, is poking these out. And this is a 2-step process for die cutting. So Tammy and her mom die cut, you guys don't even want to know, 64 times 3 of the gold and 64 times 3 of the black. Think of the die cutters when they were die cutting for this class for us. So they did whatever 64 times 6 is. My dad would be able to tell you that in like a half a second. Me, not so much. But after they die cut the black, we had to give them all of the black dies, or the die cut pieces. And then what Anna did the 2-step part of this. Anna took this die and held it over the top of this and die cut what made these open holes that you can see the gold go through it. So it's a 2-stepper for that. And you'll have to do this pokey all the way around here. So hopefully they come out okay. If you ever get a die that it's not wanting to pop out, you're gonna have to do the assist and grab your scissors and help it out by kind of loosening it free and kind of cutting where the die cut lines are. All right, so we're gonna go around this one. And did you guys notice I'm doing this on a piece of paper as well so that I can pick this up and go right to the garbage. And so what I'm gonna do, while I do the last one, we're gonna put a little bit of adhesive. We're gonna do the Rose Coleman thing here, where you prep the back here with a little bit of glue. 192. So we're gonna do a little bit of glue and we're gonna let that marinate on there for a moment while we pick this last one. And it is unfortunate the die does not line up. It's so crazy. All right, if you would have, just putting this out there, if I would have been in charge of designing these dies, I would have made this die fit inside of here so you could have run them at the same time, right? That would have been ideal, but it doesn't. So you have to run this outside one first and it doesn't line up exactly. This is really hard to figure out where it needs to go on the die to cut it out. So you'll see sometimes it's close to the edge and sometimes it's not because that die, inside die does not line up and fit exactly in there. So it was up to Anna to use her discretion on how to line it up 192 times. All right, so we're almost done with this hokey pokey here. And then those guys will be ready and we'll attach them together. All right, perfecto changeo. All right, so that's good. So what we'll do is put a little glue on the back. Whoa, that was a lot, but that's okay. We'll make it work. That little piece off. Okay, set that one there. I'm gonna go right to the garbage and not drop this on the floor. And so these do line up. So I'm looking for this right here where there's 2 and there's a 3. To me, I look for that and it should set right in place. And because we gave it a moment to get tacky, it's not gonna be all slippery all around. And I'm looking for the 2 and the 3. So there's 2 and maybe 4, but it goes right like that. So easy eyeballing. Hello, Mary Jean Keeper, just saying hello. 256 passes through the machine. If they die one at a time, which I hope they didn't do. No, we have 2 sets of dies. So Diane brought over her set of dies. So we had 2 fireworks dies and she could do 2 at one time, which is better than 1 at one time, right? Yeah, we're at the point with die cutting that we try to always have 2 sets of dies. If I don't have the second set of dies, Diane is more than willing to bring her set of dies over and then we have 2. And sometimes we even have 3. So when we design a card class with 3 leaves, let's say there are 3 leaves, we make sure we have 3 dies. So it's only 1 pass per how many we need, right? All right, so let's grab that as a dimensional going on the back of this label. And then we're gonna put one there. Now, how are these working? I'm going to prep the back with some dimensionals on this one. And I'm gonna set this guy. I'm gonna look around here where like that. So the 2 and the 3 are over on this side. and it's slightly hanging off the left edge, and I've got it pretty much centered top to bottom. So we're just gonna let that hang out there for a moment. And all of these are popped up, but you wanna make sure you don't put the dimensionals too close. So like this, I put the dimensional here and here. It's like kind of reverse engineering to put the dimensionals on what it is you're putting it onto, because I didn't want the dimensionals to overlap over here. This time, the two thing, that one, is over there, and it does hang out just north of the top edge of the black, and this little arm thing comes right to the edge. Now this one, same thing. I'm gonna do the dimensionals right onto the base, or the ivory mat, and then the 2 and the 4, whatever they are, it's gonna go off to the right, like that. All right, so that's how we put them together. And then for this, you can pop off the backings, and it goes right through, so we have it right through the middle of that circle, like that. And the big Goldilocks, and then the 3 bears. No, the gold, the medium is next, going on that one. And then we have one left, which is a wee little one, can go on the vanilla. All right, so that's how that one came together. You can see the gold through the black very nicely. You've got Happy New Year, and you could redo this for different colors. This could be potentially a 4th of July card too. And if you want your little lumps, your humps here is a little shorter, a little like tighter, you could have reduced them and cut some more of the ribbon off. But I'm okay with that. I did it a little different. That one seemed to be going more angled, and that one was more up and downy. Thanks, Cindy Brentry. All right, you guys, I know it's 8, but we have 1 card left. That's because we jibber-jabbered a lot in the beginning, and we showed off a lot of Happy Mail. So we're gonna knock out this one. And for those of you who did the escape with me and you watched the private video that I did for this, you've seen this before. So in case you're like, man, I got other things to do, you could always be good, right? So, but if you're like, yep, I'm enjoying this is good, just definitely stay hanging out. I know that it's a busy time of the year because of all of the holiday stuff that's coming up for everybody. All right, white and druzy gems. So we got some druzy gems, and the whites are the same size. They're 5 1/4 by 4. One's for the outside, one's for the inside. Some Regal Flora paper in 2 by 2. You have 3 snowflakes, and those 3 snowflakes were cut out of the middle of your Spotlight in Nature die. So you should have 3 different ones. And you have the black and gold is, yeah, black, gold, and vanilla. Yeah, if you've never seen that together, that's a very stunning way to do a card, especially if you need a 50th anniversary card, that would be really pretty too. Or like a golden anniversary, yep. All right, so Spotlight in Nature, stylish shape. Right, so that's what we got there. And this is cut out of the frozen, keep calling this the Frozen Tundra set. It's called Frozen Edges, and the die that's with it is what cut out the edging, and that's where the 3 snowflakes come from. And if you guys recall from the Wounded Warrior project, and maybe you don't recall, but if this is the icicle die that got used on that Blackberry Bliss card. None of the words were pulled from here though. We pulled the words wishing you a bright and beautiful Christmas. So if you need another Christmas card, this is great. But if you don't, you could use sending happy thoughts or anything else that fits in there. A lot of the gals did birthday cards because they're like, oh, I have a February birthday or I have a March birthday. And it's still frozen tundra time here in Wisconsin, or maybe to wherever you're sending the card to. So we put sending happy thoughts on the outside, and we put a happy birthday on the inside. But I have Season's Greetings works on this one too if you do end up with a Christmas card. You have a navy ribbon from the Nests of Winter suite that had the 3 twine combo pack. So that was the navy. And this is some silver ribbon that comes on a roll. That's in the annual catalog. So you're gonna need to burnish this like that. And now, pokey, pokey, pokey. This needs a little assistance because they do have the little circles in between the dashes, and some of the dashes are probably needing to get popped out, and you will see that. So you're definitely going to want to get them taken care of, shore them up, take them out of the die cut. Sometimes it's easier to see from the back side too. If you are, oh, there, I see I missed that one. All right, perfect. There it is. So that's ready to go. Now this one's a little bit crazy. Not all these things get picked out. These are attached. So you do have to be strategic about which ones get poked out. And quite honestly, not a lot of these get poked out. So what you could do is pop them up and see if they need to get detached or not. But honestly, at this, oh, here, right here, there, that one gets popped out. And over here, this snowflake has a couple that get popped out. And he's hanging on by a thread. So we gotta be really careful with him. This guy right here, he's just by one thread. And that's all we've got. So let's get this out of the way. And we can do first is stamp. So the stamp comes from the frozen tundra, frozen edges. There's the snowflake. So if you don't have the set, there are other snowflakes you could definitely utilize that you have probably in your Stampin' Arsenal. And we actually need the white pad, not the white black pad, but we do have a white pad. And the stamps, they need to go on an E block. And if you ink up really good, you can do is start at the top like this. Let's go like that. I want the big daddy right there. Okay, so there's one. Oh yeah, look at that. It's really crisp. The white ink, you could emboss this too if you have white embossing powder, but it looks pretty nice. Stamped just like that. And hopefully it dries and it's not shmeary for you guys. And this last one, we're gonna do it going this way, just to change it up. So we're just stamping white snowflakes on the navy. In the navy, boom. That's it for the white. We get to retire it for the night and bring the navy back out. And in the kit here, you should have 2 white envelopes, or white pieces. You only need 1 for right now. And it's going to be for stamping a little snowflake. And you can put the snowflake wherever you want. I have a tendency to go right in that bottom corner. And as long as I see a cat, whoa. As long as I see the cat fur, I gotta get the cat fur or my fur off of there. Okay. Oh, we're not done with the navy though. Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got to put the seasons of the greetings in there, or birthday. Okay. We found a happy birthday in the round we go. So if you want to go with the birthday card, that was from the first card we made, was round we go. And I'm going to stick with the Christmas card though. So we're going to do seasons greetings. There, season's greetings comes from greetings of the season. And then in our white circle, you can do wishing you a bright and beautiful Christmas. Now, we did the homework last night. This is from Artful Amaryllis, which looks like this, which is on sale because of the last chance. The dies that go with it are also on sale because of the sale. But when you buy the bundle, it's actually 40 cents cheaper than buying them individually. So we opted, I had a gal yesterday that still opted just to get the bundle because it was easier. It's one item, right? And it was still 40 cents cheaper. All right, glue, glue, glue. So let's flip this over, and then this. And what we can do is prep our circle, our inside, and this piece must go with this white over here. I'm just going to test the waters. Yep, looks good to me. So we're going to flip. Don't ask me why. They're both the same sides, but the paper had a curl to it, and I wanted it to curl down. And then over here, we're going to prep And I want to get a little bit of glue on some of this stuff just to help hold it down. Right there, okay. This white will need to go here on the top of the card base. And then this white goes on the inside. So we didn't mean to confuse you. Both white pieces should be about the same size. And then this nestles right on the left-hand side that you can see the white, I said that, kind of right, the white, you see it top, bottom, and left. And then this circle gets the designer paper peeking out the edges, like that. And then what we can do is flip this over, and then this is going to get popped up and adhered to our silver spotlight and nature. So you're like, whoa, you got the dies out of the middle. Okay, great way to save on silver paper. So yes, we did cut out of the middle these 3 snowflakes, but when you put this right over the top, hopefully, I think you guys, Sandy and her mom did a good job getting them right in the middle so that you can't even see them, right? You can't see the holes because they got covered up, which is perfecto changeo. Then that is going to get glued flat because we've already got a little popping up going on. This is going to be flat. It's to the right so that you can see more of the snowflakes there. Bring that right about there. I can handle that. And then you have the ribbon. If you have a buddy at home, somebody that can hold this side and this side and you wrap it around, great. If you don't have a buddy, you can use a tweezers. And a clipboard actually works really well too. But if you don't have, I didn't grab the clipboard out, but I did go around this twice. So bring it up and over. And then I went around it. All right, we're gonna go around again. So I've got it kind of staged. I'm gonna move this up a hair because I want this to be up right there. All right, so I got it where I want it. And now I'm gonna pull it tight and hopefully have the right amount of loop on the top. And I'm gonna knot it. So that was just once, and now I'm gonna go again to make it really secure, like that. All right. Then if you need to finagle this yet, you could still pull this and make it a bigger loop or a smaller loop. Like you've got a little wiggle room yet to do that. And you can decide, you want your knot to be facing down or up. It looks clean having it down, but you might like the way it looks. On this card, I put the knot facing up, but I just realized on a different class that we put the knot down, and that looked cool too. So however you want to do it, whatever you do though, I would grab a glue dot and put your glue dot down on the side there and set that knot right in it like that. And if you need more emotional support or support, grab another glue dot, not emotional support, bra support, right? Like your underwire bra, you need a little more support. Just put another glue dot right underneath there, and that'll help support it. And you can trim your tail and your other one. And then he got lost. Oh man, get out of there. Let's get you hiding. All right. And that's paper, so we want ribbon, and that's paper. Let's grab, this is my old ribbon scissors. Okay, we're gonna see if it works. Trim your tails, there, and there. I always trim the tails after I get it on my card so I can see where I want them cut. And then we get the fun part. I mean, it's all been fun, but we get to put our snowflakes down. One is gonna go here, one's gonna go here, and one's gonna go right there. And we've got that one up here, and he is tucking behind there just a little bit. This one goes over here. And then this last one, he might need a little help if he needs to get some pokey. he goes over on the side. And I've got the little point kind of in the middle, like that. And then you got the druzy gems. So there's a big, a small, and a medium. Wait, I said that wrong. There's either 2 small and a big, or 2 big and a small. That's how that got put together. So I'm gonna put the big one down here. I have a big one and then 2 small ones. So I'm gonna put the big one down at the lower level, and then the smaller one there and over here. If you have a big one, you could put like the big ones offsetting or down like this. However, you can do whatever you want. And I think if you have Stella, you could definitely have Stella'd anything. You want to be careful with the white because it might make it bleed, but you could always Stella Designer Series paper just to give it a little bit extra sparkle. These guys, I didn't do anything with white on the sides here, so you could Stella over there as well. And I did notice, because this die actually extends a little bit further this way, that mine here looks a little bit off. All I'm going to do is cut this off so that it looks like it ended right there. I just noticed that. This one was a little different. It doesn't have, it has a little bit more on the bottom here. And actually, if you guys have that, you could always, look at this. This is my card sample and I didn't even see that like that. So you could take and get that out of there. It's attached. It really is attached, but I think it actually, that it shows that snowflake off a little bit more. I mean, it looks heavy up there, but the snowflake gets to be a focal point there. Now, if you do something like that though, he's got no support. He needs a little help back here. So I'm gonna put a little glue back there and help hold that down so that he doesn't want to come off later. Snowflakes are gorgeous. Yay, Debbie likes this one. She loves it. We were saying, we like it, we love it. We want some more of it. And boom. All right, we lost that guy over there. Okay, so that was my sample, and here's the last card. The white, okay, so yes, I will admit, you guys, when we started class on Monday, my white ink pad was not crisp. I had to take my re-inker and re-ink it because the first gals that went to stamp, they're like, yeah, that's not very dark. And so I went and I got my re-inker and I re-inked it. I went back and forth twice and it made it pop. You need to have more ink on it possibly. And when they sell that white ink pad, they sell it blank. They don't sell it with ink in it. So you have to re-ink it the very first time you go to use it. All right, so we've got the white and the navy, the gold and the black, and then we have the navy with the vanilla. So very elegant looking cards. That's what we have for you for tonight. So we did it. Well, we weren't so bad. It's only 8:15 and we did talk for a whole hour on the front end. We really did. Oh, and Marilyn Durbin, I got to answer your question from your email in the live. I hope that you're good with my answer. And I hope that we were able to give you some ideas for your team, for what you could maybe give them for their gift for the year or for Christmas. So, and again, I always tell people, you always have to do what's in your budget, right? If you have a little bit more that you can give a little bit more, great. If you don't, then you give what you can, and just know handmade is always appreciated too. I could say that you could even make them handmade greeting cards and make them special and unique, that you made them specifically for them and that they could use them throughout the year. So like what you could do is make them a birthday card, a thinking of you card, a thank you card, a get well card, a sympathy card, a Christmas card. You could make a year's worth of cards for them. I don't know how much time you have to make cards, but if you had time to make cards, you can make 12 cards as their gift and one a month. A Valentine's Day card, a St. Patty's Day, you can make one card for every month. And if there isn't a holiday in the month, you could give them, that's where they would get the birthday card, or you know what I mean? You could make 12 cards that they have 12 cards that they could further send out to people for their friends or family. So there's another idea. Oh, very good. I gotta run. All right, Cindy Runchi, we will see you later, girlfriend. All right, let's do a quick door prize to see who wins. And I'll get my random number generator up. So I did want to say thank you to everybody who placed an order during free shipping. The last 3 days, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th, they gave free shipping on orders over $75. It was pretty good. It was awesome. You guys got to take advantage of it. I did too. I stocked up on some cardstock. I knew that I would be needing cardstock for the Winter Creative Escape and the classes that are coming up in January, so I got some cardstock, which is really good. And it's nice not paying shipping. I would gladly spend $75 on every order to not pay shipping versus spending $20 and spending $20 and spending $20. You know what I mean? I would rather put in one bigger order and not pay shipping than to not get free shipping. I love free shipping. I don't know about you guys. I love free shipping. So, oh man. I did put it out there that if anybody placed an order on the 9th, 10th, or 11th and got free shipping, I'd put your name in a drawing. And I thought of it at about 5:50. And I thought, should I make myself late? I was pretty on time. I was live at 2 minutes after. But I would have made myself 5 more minutes later if I would have pulled the names. So I did not pull the names. But we have class on Monday afternoon, you guys. We have Let's Just Stamp on Monday, the prized Peony. We have maybe 15 spots left for this class. So in case you still want to get signed up, there's still time. And what I'll do is at the end of that class, I'll do the drawing for the free stamp set. I also have from my showcase that I did for the December classes, I have a few stamp sets that I'm going to be giving away that were going to be random winners. And so I'll announce those winners on Monday too. I haven't forgot about that, you guys. So it's there. I did my numbering and it looks like there are 12 people who can get in on the drawing for class tonight. For those that place orders, I take your orders and we have host codes and workshops, right? I can close those and I use that product that I get the host rewards. I use that host rewards to get products to help offset the cost for the materials for the classes, right? Okay, that's why words were hard there. I was not coming together. And so sometimes I have extra materials at the end of a catalog. And so that's where I grab my prizes from, you guys. And so for those people that placed orders, we had 12 of you. And so I'm going to hit the word generate. When I hit generate, a number is going to pop up and it may or may not be 6. So number 11. Number 11 is Vanessa Ritter. Lucky girl. She'll be so happy to know that she won. So very good. So Vanessa, I'm not certain if you're watching or not, but I will put a door prize in your package. And your package is ready to go out when your order arrives. Yay. So I'm going to stage everything on the back counter and I'll put a door prize in there for you. So you'll get that really fast then because you're one of the last people to get your package for December. So very good. All right. And that's because we were just working on it yesterday. So, okay. Oh man, I don't know. Is there anything else? Jeannie Gertis. He loves them all. Very good. And Cheryl says beautiful cards. Linda says beautiful cards. Linda likes them all. Good, good. Gotta run. Cheryl says, you're on here usually. I'm also Cheryl G on here usually. Yes. Okay. So Crazy Kelly, I know you're Cheryl. So I'm glad that you said that though, because it helps me remember that every time. So it's always good to have the extra assist, you guys. Okay. I'm just trying to think what else we have. So you guys, you heard me tomorrow. I think if you caught, I have a spa day tomorrow. So I am not going to be on my emails very much. And maybe if I am, you might see emails from me. It just depends. But I'm going to be all about treating Tracy and Diane tomorrow. And then I have a triple header on Saturday, you guys. We have the suite class and the monthly class early at 10. We have 3 doing one and 2 doing the other. And so we're doing that class in the morning, both of those classes in the morning. And then I have Lucky Hand in the afternoon with, I think, 6 people from 1 until 4. And then, yeah. So then it's Saturday and Sunday. And so I'll be working on emails as I can get to them, you guys. So just as soon as I can, I'll respond as fast as I can. So, all right, you guys, you need to get back to whatever you're working on too. If you have Christmas stuff that you're getting ready for, wrapping presents, baking cookies, getting ready, the house cleaned up for family to come, all of those things need to happen, you guys. So I'll let you get back to that. It was great spending your Thursday night with me, or me spending your Thursday night with you, however you want to look at it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. And we'll see you back on Monday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Let's Just Stamp class. All right, bye guys. Love ya.